So after a short delay due to some shipping problems with FedEx, we are finally ready to start our pfSense build. The case that I had purchased, living up here in the mountains, sometimes I can't find my house because I kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. So we were waiting on the case. It's an iStar case that I found on Amazon. 1U. Should work great for our build, as well as fit nicely into the existing rack. Some other parts we have here. For the motherboard, we ended up going with an Intel board. It's got the Intel D2500 CCE. It's got an Atom processor. Big selling point on this board for me was dual integrated Intel gigabit Ethernet NICs, and it's got a mini ITX form factor, so it's going to fit nicely for our build. The power supply we're using, I've had this for a little while. It's a solid gear, 220 watts. If I remember, it was a little bit louder than I had liked. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll find out soon enough. And if it is, we can make some adjustments to quiet it down. The rack is running super quiet right now. We don't want to introduce anything that's going to be excessively loud. So for memory, we have a couple of sticks of Crucial Ballistics DDR3. This is 8 gigs worth of RAM. Now the motherboard is only supposed to go up to 4 gigs, 2 by 2 gigs, but I've reading around online a little bit, it sounds like it can do 8. So we're going to give that a shot and see if it works. This is kind of interesting. This is a 8 gig USB SSD that plugs directly into the motherboard. We're going to give a shot installing pfSense on that, see how that works. And then over here we have a couple of 40mm Noctua fans from a previous project I was working on that I think are going to work great. For the cooling fans in this case, should be nice and quiet. Noctua makes a really solid product. So we're going to go ahead and get some of this stuff unpacked and start putting it together. And we'll be back here in a minute.